Life of a Punter here. Today we're going to look at the Hoffenheim Borussia Dortmund matchup. Just taking a look at the head-to-head stats to start with. There's some pretty clear stats. Both teams actually have something to fight for on this last day of the Bundesliga. They're both trying to stay in the top four. A win should keep it at least one of them safe. That being Dortmund, safe from Bayer Leverkusen in case they win. But both teams are going to want to win this game. So it should be a good matchup. There's some good trends historically when it comes to the head-to-head, and we're going to kind of go over some of those. I'm taking a look at Hoffenheim against Borussia Dortmund, home and away over the last 5 seasons, and there's some pretty compelling stats. They're obviously looking at 10 games. Dortmund has won 5, drawn 4, and Hoffenheim have won one of those games. You can take a quick look at the averages over here, and looking at first half over 0.5, that being a goal in the first half, has happened every single time in this matchup, either home or away. So that's a very positive stat, one that I'm going to hang my hat on. Both teams to score as well at 90%. So that's 9 out of 10 games. Both teams have scored in this matchup. That's home or away. So it's a very, very clear stats there that, again, willing to go and take a bet there. These are 2 bets that we recommend in this game, that being first half over 0.5 and or both teams to score. As you can see, it looks like Dortmund would likely be the team to be doing the scoring in the first half. They have a score rate in the first half in this particular matchup at 80%, so that's 8 out of 10 games. Again, as well, they're scoring before the 60th minute in 9 out of those 10 games. So, very positive for a first half goal. And if you want to do a time goal, like a goal before bet, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to save Dortmund to score their first goal before the 60th minute. That looks very positive as well. That being the last day of the season, maybe you want to push that out to 70 minutes. But I think goal before 60 for Dortmund is not a bad bet. The one we're recommending, though, for this matchup is first half of the 0.5, as well as both teams to score. We'll take just quickly glancing back at those particular matchups, going in detail. You can see that the only game where there wasn't both teams to score was back in 2014 when Dortmund won 1-0. Other than that, both teams have scored this matchup. So very, very, very positive stat there. We've also just decided to have a look at Hoffenheim versus Group 1 at home, and to see if there's any other trends there that might support what we're thinking. As you can see, first half of a 0.5 is as high at 88%. So again, that's still a good bet to make, and both teams to score still fairly high at 75% of the time there as well. So, and I think this is 14, 50, 60, 17 games. So yeah, for Hoffenheim against Group 1, it looks very positive there as well, and with a bigger data set. Even in these stats, you can see that this is the Group 1 team that's expected to score in the first half, with Hoffenheim conceding in the first half. So some very positive stats there. I think we should kind of go ahead with that with our bet. We've also looked at Dortmund away to all teams this season to see how they perform. There's usually a goal in the first half, 75% of the time. And that being Dortmund being the one expected to score it, because they do score a lot of goals away from home. But other than that, I think the most positive trends that we should be looking at in this matchup, and that being the last day of the season, and considering this particular matchup, is first half of a 0.5, which is 100%. Again, that's 10 out of 10 matches in Hoffenheim versus Dortmund, home and away, and both teams to score at 90%, which is 9 out of 10 games, home and away. Very, very positive stats. I think we're going to go with those. Those are the bets I think you should make in this game. Join us in our Telegram channel, where we'll be discussing these bets live and placing them live as well. So if you can follow our bets and do as we do, all should be good. Good luck, and have a great Saturday.